What is Zoroastrianism or Zarathustra? I'm pretty sure there's going to be, just like the other videos that we do like this, review videos that we do like this, there's going to be somebody in the comment section that's going to be like, this video is biased, that's not accurate. Okay, that's why we're doing this live. So if anyone wants to cry about how this video is not accurate or something like that, I could just highlight you. Like, look at this live chat. Soha is here. Oh no, Deborah is here. Soha is here. Marco is here. Katie is here. I don't know how to pronounce this. There's a whole bunch of people here in the live chat, and we're doing this live together, so you could guys disagree, agree, or do whatever, or you could just complain about how this is not real or how this is biased. Anyways, this is the best we have right now. It's the best summary. This channel, guys, you guys should check this out. This channel does really good summaries with visualization and animation. Link to these videos, by the way, is always in the description, right? But here we're going to review it together. I love this channel. This channel does really good animated short explanations of things, and there's never going to be completely accurate. Like, obviously, if you want to know Zoroastrianism in detail, you have to do like 8-hour video or something like that. This is just a summary, okay? Chill out, guys. Don't be so picky. What? All right. Yes, and Soha is reminding everybody in the live chat to tag Atheist Republic if you want me to notice. If you're a member, I'm going to probably notice it more. And guys, if you're watching this later, that means you weren't here with us live. Why were you not here with us live, huh? Why? Hit it. Make sure you're not just subscribed, but you also hit the bell button so you can see when we go live, so we could have a conversation, so I could highlight your comments like this. Where is this? Mazda is a pretty decent car. Yeah, so I get the joke. All right, cool. Katie, you already sending me long comments like this right before we even start. I'm just gonna highlight your comment. I'm not gonna read it, right? Because you have to give me comments that I could just like look in the corner of my eye, just read it quickly, and then go back to the video. Don't send me essays like this. All right. Because I'm doing, you have no idea how many things I'm doing. I have 3 screens in front of me. All right, let's get started with this video. Whoa. Wait. Let's start at the beginning. Oh, Arjun is here too. I need a secretary. I need 2 secretaries. Well, guys, link to our Patreon account in the description so I could afford 2 or 3 secretaries when I go live.
Video was brought
to
you by Tab for a Cause. Earn money for charities of your choice every time
Let's
you
get
open
started.
a new tab without costing yourself.
What do Emperor Xerxes, Freddie Mercury, and Ireland's richest citizen, Blondie Mystery, have in common? All of them are Zoroastrians, the ancient religion of Iran. This is one of the oldest ongoing religions and altered the course of human history by influencing Judaism, Christianity, Islam, and Greek philosophy. But
yes. I don't know if this is accurate or not, but I've seen some scholars suggest that the concept of heaven and hell came from Zoroastrianism. So we at least know that all Abrahamic religions, maybe I don't know, maybe they copied that from. I've heard some scholars suggest that it came from Zoroastrianism, and I heard some other scholars saying, "Look, that's fake news." So I don't know which one of these scholars to believe. I haven't done a deep dive on it, but Greek philosophy as well. Yeah, I know, like King Cyrus. Yeah, never mind, actually.
But today it only has a fraction of the millions of followers it once had. So what is
Zoroastrianism was a major world religion at some point when ancient Persia was big, right? But it's amazing how it's like in such a minor religion right now. It used to be the religion of an empire.
But today it only has a
yes. Katie noticed we're doing 1080p now, guys. We have 1080p. We're everything because of your Patreon money. Everything is upgrading. So link to our Patreon account in the description.
Fraction of the millions of followers it once had. So what is Zoroastrianism? What do Zoroastrians believe? And where do others fit into all of this? Well, let's find out.
By the way, this is the religion that a lot of Hindus tell me that I need to go back to. Okay, so. I grew up in a country that's supposed to be originally Zoroastrian or Zarathustra, and we didn't learn much about it, right? All we knew was Goftaranik, Pandaranik, and blah blah blah, and also Ahura Mazda and the Farvahar, and that's basically it. We never read the Vedas or anything like that.
Zoroastrianism was born in ancient Iran at least 3,500 years ago. It all began
Wow. Wait, how much? So it's one of the world's oldest religions, but not as old as Hinduism.
around 1,500 BCE.
Deborah is saying this is your roots. I no. I have no idea. I have no idea who these people were. I've never met them. I was like this. I was born here. Okay, this is where I was born. Okay, this is where I was born. But just because I was born here, that doesn't mean I have any connection to this religion. But I know it's a joke.
Iran at least 3,500 years ago. It all began around 1,500 BCE, give or take a few centuries, with the prophet Zarathustra.
Okay, these names in English is weird. Okay, so Zoroastrianism, the real name is Zarathustra, and Zarathustra, his real name is Zarathustra. So I don't know what these weird names are. So give or take a few centuries. Okay, so this is the prophet. And in Islam, I think in Islam they consider him one of Islam's prophets. I don't know.
500 BCE, give or take a few centuries, with the prophet Zarathustra.
Every religion tries to claim some other figures, like Hinduism, like your Jesus is one of our gods. So Islam does that as well. Islam goes like, oh, Zarathustra, it was one of our prophets. So they do that. I mean, some of them do that.
Zoroaster, as the ancient Greeks called him, and so English speakers do too. While we call the religion Zoroastrianism, actual Zoroastrians tend to call it Mazda, meaning worshipper of Mazda. No.
This is the same joke as Marco made. So Ahura Mazda is the god of Zarathustrian or Zoroastrians. So that's where the name Mazda from the car came from.
Not that Mazda, but it actually was named after the Mazda that I'm going to explain shortly.
Right.
Zoroastrianism was the chief religion of Iran for around 1,000.
Okay, I don't understand. It's showing 600 BC, but the area of the map that is highlighting is the borders of Iran today. This is not the borders of Iran in 600 BC. So I'm surprised that this channel got this wrong, because these are 600 BC. The borders went a lot longer on both directions.
To explain shortly. Zoroastrianism was the chief religion of Iran for around 1,000 years. Between the 6th century BCE and the 10th century CE, it was the state religion of 3 huge Iranian empires.
Oh, there we go. That's the actual borders back then.
The Achaemenid Empire of 300 fame, along with the Parthian.
Wait, Archamed, is that like Hachomenishi? Wait, Archamed, I know these names in Persian, not in Archamed Empire. Archamed Dynasty. What is that? Is that like, come on. Farsi. Yeah, that's Hachomenishi. What the hell? Archamed. Okay, Archamed Empire, okay.
Huge Iranian empires. The Achaemenid Empire of 300.
Oh, Achaemenid. This is Hachomenishi. That's the real name.
Fame, along with the Parthian and Sasanian empires.
Yeah, Parthian.
Back then, the priests of Zoroastrianism were known as magi. The ancient Greeks thought these magi had secret magical knowledge since they understood complex astronomy.
That's where, by the way, that's where magic and the word magic and magician comes from. These guys, magi, because the Greeks were dumb enough to think that these people actually had like superpowers.
This led to the English words magic, mage, and magician.
There we
go. The magi
go.
would even show up in the Bible, according to the Gospel of Matthew.
Yes, we were told that the 3 wise men in the Bible, the dudes that saw the light in the star and were like, oh, where's this? Like, one showed up with gifts at the with Mother Mary. These 3 men, we were told that they were Persian. So apparently, I'm not sure if they're Persian or Zoroastrian, but people use those words interchangeably anyway.
3 Zoroastrian magi came to visit the baby Jesus. These 3 wise men, as they are known in English, are still celebrated by Christians around the world on January 6th. Eventually, the Sasanian Empire would fall to the Muslim Arabs during...
there we go. This is the... this looks a lot cuter than what actually happened. So these are the Muslims who ended up. This is what the end of the Zoroastrian Empire. Okay, the end of Zoroastrianism as a state religion was when the Muslims invaded Iran, and the last Zoroastrian Empire, which was the Sassanid Empire. This is how it. Look, guys, we have real footage here. This is real footage of the events. Okay, this is how Islam took over Iran. Let's look at it. Okay, this is very sensitive stuff. This is what a lot of Iranians promised to one day get revenge for. Like
Eventually, the Sasanian Empire would fall to the Muslim Arabs during their invasion of Iran in the 7th century CE, which started the decline and persecution of
oh,
Zoroastrianism.
look, they're running away to India. Like, look, this is where the Parsis come from. Okay, so they're like, wow, like they get kicked out of Iran and they're like going to India. Look at this.
In Iran. Following this, in the 10th century, some Iranian Zoroastrians fled to India, forming the Parsi community, named after where they came from, which the Indians called Persia. This once refugee community now forms the largest group of Zoroastrians anywhere on Earth, and they've settled in quite.
Which I was planning to go to India to make like a vlog of, mini documentary out of. Now I can't do that. I was going to go meet these people.
Well, one of India's largest businesses, Tata Group.
Thanks to all the mob that is like threatening me in India, that's why I can't go visit them anymore. I was going to do so many things in India. I had so many plans. I really did have so many plans. There was like a very big famous YouTuber that was going to come with me.
Anywhere on Earth, and they've settled in quite well. One of India's largest businesses, Tata Group, was founded by Zoroastrians, and Parsis played a massive role in winning Indian independence from Britain.
Wait, really? Parsis had a major role in the independence of India from Britain? So all these Hindus that come to me and say, Armin, you should be grateful. When you were being attacked by Arabs, we accepted your people into India and we gave you refuge. So I should I should tell them. By the way, I know this is a joke because I don't think like I'm not those people. But now I'm gonna be like, you mofos, they wouldn't even be in India if it wasn't for my people. So that's my comeback for now. I didn't know that. So the Zoroastrian Parsis in India were responsible for winning Indian independence. Okay, so you guys owe me. You guys owe me. There's no India without my people. Wait, hold on. Katie saying Hindus complain that Hindu is a Persian term, but Parsi seems to be an Indian term, and they use it for them even today. Hypocrisy. No, because because Parsi is a Persian name. They just refer to the Zoroastrians coming to India based on the location that they came from.
Indian independence from Britain. Zoroastrians can now be found all over the world. Historically, they've emigrated to areas such as Singapore, Hong Kong, and parts of Africa, such as the island of Zanzibar, where
look, they're all holding fire, right? By the way, a lot of Muslims consider Zoroastrians to be fire worshippers. And if you're a Game of Thrones fans, a lot of people have told me that the Lord of the Light, what was that religion of the fire priestess? The ones that seem like to be worshiping a fire, right? And their god seems to be dualistic as well, like evil, like one good god and one bad god. A lot of people are saying that religion in Game of Thrones is a copy of Zoroastrianism. I don't know how accurate it is, but it was very similar. Like that religion in Game of Thrones, the whole focus on fire and fire purifying things, and having two gods, one good, one bad. Yeah, Azor Ahai. Is that how you say it? Azor Ahai. Yes, that religion that was based on Zoroastrianism. And if it wasn't, it was very much similar. No, Persian, Parsi. Guys, the word Farsi comes from as an Arabized version of Parsi. Parsi is a Persian thing.
Historically, they've emigrated to areas such as Singapore, Hong Kong, and parts of Africa, such as
they're obsessed with fire. They hold fire everywhere they go.
island of Zanzibar, where Freddie Mercury's Parsi parents would.
Oh yeah, Freddie Mercury was Zoroastrian. I never knew why he had that Allahu Akbar in one of his songs, But then later on, I realized that was because his parents were persecuted by Muslims or something like that. I don't know, but it seems to be like a something against his father or something. I'm not sure actually about that. But yeah, so yeah, Zoroastrians do not. You know how Hindus don't like Muslims because of persecution stuff. Same thing with Zoroastrians. But hold on.
such as the island of Zanzibar, where Freddie Mercury's Parsi parents would later emigrate from to the UK. In the last 100 years, small Zoroastrian populations have moved to the UK.
Oh
US,
yeah, no, it wasn't Allah Akbar. It was Bismillah. Yeah, he says Bismillah. Sorry. Yeah, I think that was like a trigger to trigger his father or something like that.
Australia, and Canada. Today, there are about 200,000 Zoroastrians left. About 60,000 live
That's
in India,
it?
while the second largest group of about 25,000 lives in Iran. With
Yeah, and it's not fun to be Zoroastrian in Iran. Wow, there's only 2,200 left. So the biggest populations of Zoroastrians is in India, and there's more Zoroastrians in India than there are in Iran. Wow, that's crazy.
while the second largest group of about 25,000 lives in Iran.
There's only 25,000 left in Iran, and the government has made it very. There's a lot of motivation for them to convert to Islam because they get a lot of mistreatments and there's a lot of discrimination against them in Iran. So a lot of them become motivated to just convert to Islam, but a lot of them also resist. Oh, really? I didn't know that. First civil war and independence in India was between Muslims and Parsis? I didn't know that. Okay, hold on.
With a religion being called Zoroastrianism, I think maybe it's about time we spoke about Zoroaster.
Yes.
We don't know much about Zoroaster's life. We can't even pinpoint when he lived. The Greeks thought he lived 6,000 years before the death of Plato, so
Wow, there's no way it's that old. Wait, if it's that old, does that make it older than Hinduism? I don't think the Greeks knew much about how to date things anyway, so I wouldn't trust the Greeks on this.
around 6,347 BCE-ish, while modern historians place him somewhere around 1,700 to 1,000 BCE. During this
I would trust that one more.
time, the peoples of Iran believed in many different gods, some of which were similar to the gods of their ancient Hindu neighbors. What we do know is that Zoroaster was the priest of the pre-Zoroastrian religion of Iran, and that he was outraged by his society. Roving
Wow, so this story seems very similar. Okay, wait, so Jesus, Muhammad, and now Zoroaster, they were all like, there was another religion, and they were pissed off at the religious authorities at the time, and they brought a new religion. Like this, we keep seeing the same theme happening over and over again.
outraged by his society. Roving bands of drunken warriors would ravage the countryside. They pillaged, tortured, and slaughtered at will. The common people lived in constant fear and misery, while priests obsessed over obscure rituals and sacrifices that offered little guidance or hope to the suffering.
So much like Muhammad's story. So much like Muhammad's story. Come up with original material, people.
Zoroaster couldn't stand this injustice. So, when he was 30 years old, Zoroaster went down to a river to fetch water for a ceremony. There, he received a vision from a being of pure light and goodness, Ahura Mazda,
Wow, Ahura Mazda. Look at the wings.
who revealed that they were the one true God. The truth of how the universe worked was revealed to Zoroaster, and he knew that it was now his divine mission to spread this truth to his fellow humans.
So see, exactly like Muhammad. Muhammad was he was doing religious rituals, and he was also very upset with how people were being treated and how people had forgotten their God. The only difference is that Muhammad was in a cave when all of a sudden Allah came to him. Zoroaster was like in a river doing some religious crap, and then Ahura Mazda came to him. So far, very similar.
So, what are the core beliefs of Zoroastrianism?
Core beliefs, guys. Core beliefs coming here. Let's be very judgmental.
Well, 1. Ahura Mazda and Angra Mainyu.
Angra Mangu? What do you mean? You mean Ahriman? Angru Mangru? the other evil god is Ahriman. By the way, unlike Christianity and Islam and Judaism, where there's God is all powerful and the devil is like me, like I have no power. I'm a good deceiver and all, but God, like everything is done through God. God is like has all the power. In Zoroastrianism, it's not that way. You have a very powerful good God, and you have a very powerful evil God. Like they're similar, they're the same in power. So it's dual, like So, and the good one is Ahura Mazda. The bad one is Ahriman. I don't know what this Angra Mainyu is. Is that like the English name for it?
Ahura Mazda and Angra Mainyu. Zoroastrians worship one uncreated, eternal god known as Ahura Mazda,
Uncreated eternal, very much like Allah and the Quran.
which means wise lord. Zoroaster describes Ahura Mazda as the lord of order, something completely good, loving, infinitely wise, and the creator of the world and all good things. Ahura Mazda is supported by 6 holy immortals known as
So these are like his viziers or like sidekicks. But I think, again, I could be wrong about this, these like divine beings, like other religions had this as well, right? So it's like the line between where does, some religions have like a main god, like a very powerful god, and then some other gods who are not the main god, right? Like a pantheon, right? But then when it comes to Zoroastrianism, you have only one god, and these other people are not like gods. They're kind of like just there to help out, right? So their role is like they're not gods, right? But they are divine beings. But then all of a sudden, when you get to Abrahamic religions, they get downgraded a little bit more to just angels, right? So but the theme is the same. You have one central authority and some other people around to help around with things, but their status is either like sometimes like less powerful gods or just divine beings or angels. Let me see actually I don't know what their status is in Zoroastrianism. Let's see what this is.
Supported by 6 holy immortals known as the Amesha. These 6 holy immortals are normally compared to archangels in Christianity, if that helps you kind of figure out what their position is. Sometimes there is a 7.
I think angels were copied from this. I don't understand. Like maybe not. Maybe the scholar. Like I think the idea of angels in Abrahamic religions came from this, but I'm not sure.
Spenta called Spenta Mainyu, but maybe he's also the Holy Spirit of Ahura Mazda?
Look at that. Very similar. Hold on.
7th Spenta called Spenta Mainyu, but maybe he's also the Holy Spirit of Ahura Mazda? Sometimes Ahura Mazda also has a parent called Zurvan, who is time itself, but that's considered...
Yeah, I heard that. I heard like Ahriman and Ahura Mazda have a mom. And I was like, wait a minute. I thought Ahura Mazda was the creator of everything. There's something above Ahura Mazda. And they're like, yeah, the mom is time. And I was like, do the Zoroastrians actually believe in this? And some Zoroastrians said yes, and some of them said no. So this is like, ambiguous. Some people believe this. Some Zoroastrians, some schools of thought in Zoroastrianism believe this. Some of them don't. But yeah.
Sometimes Ahura Mazda also has a parent called Zurvan, who is time itself, but that's considered heresy at this point.
That's heresy at this point. Okay, so officially not part of the religion.
I don't have a lot of time to get into it. Honestly, it's a very old religion. There have been many different interpretations over the last 3,000 years. I'm really just simplifying and providing the most commonly accepted current beliefs.
Thank
you. Keep that in mind.
Guys, look, I'm going to like this video just to show you guys how easy it is to appreciate a video. So you see, I liked it, and I'm telling you to go subscribe to this channel. So please, please, please also like this video. Okay, so you saw how easy it was, right? Okay, let's continue.
And as always, there's more information in the description. Opposed to Ahura Mazda is Angra Mainyu.
This is Ahriman. What the hell is Angra Mainyu? Angra Mainyu. It's Ahriman. Oh, we got a $5 super chat from Marco. And all religious people are... Oh my god. Nope, no, that's not right. Nope, not all religious people are morons. Nope, there are some very smart religious people in the world. Don't even pretend you are so naive not to notice. Nope. I know enough that there are some people are dumb about some things, but just because they're dumb about something, that doesn't mean they're 100% moron about everything. There are some very, very smart religious people in the world. But let's continue.
The destructive spirit, and his evil minions known as devas. Angra Mainyu is
Okay. So that guy had some holy beings, and Ahriman has some So Ahriman or Angrumingu had the destructive spirits and their evil minions. Okay, what are these evil minions called?
spirit, and his evil minions known as devas.
Davis.
Angra Mainyu is
Davis? That's where demons come from. Come on. This is probably where demons come from. Is it not that? Oh, here, somebody's saying Angruminyu at Avesta. Oh, yeah. So this guy is telling me in Persian that Angruminyu is in Avesta, which is basically Zoroastrian's book, holy book. That's the same as Ahriman. Okay, I'm just gonna say Ahriman because I've never heard this Angruminyu thing, and it's weird sounding. So I'm just gonna say Ahriman. Arjun saying, Armin, why? Guys, make sure you tag Atheist Republic if you want me to see something. Why are you assuming your Persian is the same as old Iranian on this point? I have no idea either way on this. What? Why are you assuming your Persian is just? I have no idea what you're asking me.
is the complete polar opposite of Ahura Mazda. He is darkness, deceit.
Right. So Ahriman is the opposite of Ahura Mazda. Okay. So
Complete polar opposite of Ahura Mazda.
he's the evil god. So Ahura Mazda is responsible for creating everything that is good, everything that is beautiful. Oh, that's deep. Okay, thank you so much. Wow, I have some Persians in the live chat, like giving me the Persian version of things that makes me that I'm more familiar with. Thank you so much. That's very helpful. So yeah, but Ahriman or Angra is the guy that creates everything that is evil, everything that is bad. If you get up in the morning and you feel like you don't, you're sad or you don't want to wake up, that feeling is created by Ahriman. If you hit your leg in the side of the table and it's painful, that pain is created by Ahriman. If you see a cute puppy and you want to pet it, that cute puppy comes from Ahura Mazda, right? Basically. If your favorite TV series all of a sudden goes bad and it goes in a direction that you didn't like, or if you don't like the last season of your favorite TV series, it was Ahriman's doing that. The writers were the agents of Ahriman that made sure that the TV series went in that direction. So basically, everything works like that.
Darkness, deceit, death, and decay. He is a corrupting parasite seeking to destroy Ahura Mazda's creation and is responsible for all negative things in the world.
Yeah, guys, this dualism, this dualistic way of looking at the world is very similar in many other religions, right? So Animal is saying all the same BS, yin yang, etc. Yes, like it's not just religious BS. Our mind the human brain for some reason is hardwired to see everything from a dualistic perspective, and that's why we keep seeing that theme of good and bad, an absolutist way of like black and white thinking. Is ingrained within a lot of religions, and that's why that's a theme that we keep saying. It's a function of the fact that the human mind is wired that way. Even though most things in nature are not binary, our brain sees it as well. Oh yeah, so paradise. Yes, the word paradise comes from the Persian word paradis. Paradis. All right. Well, we probably will get to that. This guy will probably refer to that.
Ahura Mazda is light, and Angra Mainyu is darkness. Ahura Mazda is the creator, and Angra Mainyu the destroyer. Ahura Mazda created light, fire, compact Japanese vehicles, joy, humanity, puppies probably. Angra Mainyu gave the world disease, rust, mold, darkness, and that little piece of skin that pops up around your fingernail that hurts so much. Why, Angra Mainyu? Why? Zoroastrians think everything is a battle between these two opposites. Ahura Mazda represents the truth, Angra Mainyu the lie. For humans, life is a constant choice between the truth and the lie, which may be difficult because Angra Mainyu can be very deceiving.
Angra Mainyu can be very deceiving. Where you guys have heard that before? That is in the Bible, like the greatest. No, wait, that's also in the Quran. No, it's both. Yes, the devil is the greatest of all deceivers. It's very deceiving, right? So Ahriman apparently is very deceiving as well. Oh, so divas, basically the Devs, which is the demons in Zoroastrianism, in Sanskrit and other Indian language means gods. Yeah, this is why it's weird, because the demons in Zoroaster, again, I know they're not demons, that's mostly a Christian thing, but what is close to demons or devs in Zoroastrianism, apparently holy things in Hinduism, and the holy things in Zoroastrianism apparently are the demons in Hinduism, which is real. Is that like, that's what I've heard? Is that accurate? Somebody will correct me if that's accurate. Yeah, Ahriman is middle as F. Yes. Oh, here Katie saying demons. Okay, so wow, demons in Zoroastrianism, Divas is God, in Ahura God, and okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Like, you're confusing me. Don't send me code messages like that. I need to decipher like that. But guys, does this mean like Divs? All this time, the word like I grew up with the stories about Divs, which is kind of like demons in Persian. But I didn't know Divs is like divas, and divas seems to be the origin of demon. Everything is connected. All the things that I knew separately all seem connected somehow. It's so bizarre.
Before time began, Ahura Mazda and Angra Mainyu were separated by an infinite void. They respectively lived in infinite light and infinite darkness. Then Ahura Mazda created the physical or Getig world. Angra Mainyu crawled into this new world and polluted it. They made the ocean salty. They turned the good earth into...
It was Ahriman that made all the ocean salty. That's why we don't have access to fresh water. That was the most evil thing. Wow.
The ocean salty. They turned the good earth into desert, killed the first human, made plants wither, and polluted fire with smoke. We now live in a time Zoroastrians refer to as the Gumezishin, or the mixture. Good
Gumezishin? Or the mixture?
And evil, truth, and the lie both exist together in our world.
So before they were separate, but now we live at a time where they're all mixed.
But Angra Mainyu's presence is temporary. They are a stain on the world rather than a permanent fixture. Zoroastrians see the physical world as a trap that Ahura Mazda lured Angra Mainyu into. Now trapped in the physical world, Angra Mainyu can be defeated slowly by the good thoughts, good words, and good deeds of humans working with Ahura Mazda.
Oh, okay, so good and evil were separate, but Ahura Mazda tricked Ahriman, or the evil god, or Angru Mengyu, and basically brought the evil and this world that we're in. It was a trap. It was a trap for Ahriman. So he's now lured into this world, and we are the agents of Ahura Mazda, and with our good deeds, we could destroy evil once and for all.
2. Heaven and Hell. Zoroastrians believe that when a person dies, their soul leaves their body. Their soul...
I think they were the ones who popularized this idea before the Abrahamic religions. It was the Zarathustra. It was the Zoroastrians who popularized this idea of like, you die and your soul goes somewhere else. I think it was guys, I apologize. This was all our fault.
And dies, their soul leaves their body. Their soul is then led to the bridge of judgment.
Yeah.
Above this bridge lies heaven, below hell. Here,
heaven and hell. Okay, see, this is not, Hindus don't have heaven and hell, right? And this is way before Abrahamic religions, and we're talking about heaven and hell. I knew it. It was the Zoroastrians that. This is by the way, this is one of the most sadistic inventions. The idea of hell is one of the most sadistic inventions of the human race. Okay. So I think before Christianity popularized it, there was Zoroastrians who popularized it.
Of judgment. Above this bridge lies heaven, below hell. Here the soul's good and bad deeds are weighed on a scale. Depending on the balance of good to evil deeds, the soul ascends to heaven, a paradise of infinite bliss called the abode of song, or falls down to hell to suffer, quote, long age of misery, darkness, bad food, and the crying of woe. This is called England. I mean,
This guys, go find this channel. I'll get the link to it at the bottom of the description. This guy's sense of humor, I love it. Look at this.
age of misery, darkness, bad food, and the crying of woe. This is called England. I mean, sorry. This is called Duzak. There is also a
Duzak. Oh, wow. Okay, I thought that Duzak was just a Persian name for hell, but no, it's Zoroastrian for hell.
there is also a medium place for people who are neither good nor evil, where they kind of just float and experience nothing. Servants as well as masters can reach paradise.
Paradise or paradise.
People will be judged according to how they chose to live their lives, rather than wealth or prestige. For Zoroastrians, death represents the highest form of pollution. Death only exists because of Angra Mainyu. Upon the death of a
see, very much like Christianity, that death only exists because of the corruption and sin. Before sinning, there was no such. Before the eating of the apple, there was no such thing as death.
Upon the death of a Zoroastrian, a priest will be called to perform.
Everything dead in Zoroastrian is considered like najas, or like very, unclean. Like that's why when they clip their nails, like the nail clippings shouldn't touch. And earth is okay. Wait, I think I got this right. If I remember correctly, everything that is dead is unholy, and earth is holy. Like the planet is holy, right? Well, not they didn't know it was a planet. Or the earth is holy. So that's why unholy things shouldn't touch holy things. So dead things shouldn't touch the ground. That's why when you clip your nails, you don't throw it on the ground. And your hair, that's why, guys, I don't know if this is true, but that's where hijab came from. Because Zoroastrians, when they were covering their hair, it wasn't because of to suppress sexuality. It was because the hair is dead, right? When it gets off of your, so dead hair which is unholy, shouldn't touch the ground, which is holy. So they were covering their hair. So that's where the origins of hijab is from. That's what I've been told. I don't know if this is true. Can somebody tell me if this is true? Because I've been told that hijab came from Zoroastrians because they wanted to make sure that the hair doesn't touch the ground. Okay. And this is why Zoroastrians don't bury the dead, because you don't put dead things on the ground. You shouldn't go on the ground. The ground is holy, and dead bodies are dead and unholy, or something like that. So instead of putting it on the ground, instead of burying their dead, they let birds come and eat the body, right? And goes into the sky. But somebody tells them that the birds poop. And the birds poop, and the poop will touch the ground. So I don't know how that works. Oh, Katie is saying Hinduism does have heaven and hell. Hinduism has heaven and hell. Hell is described as a dark pit in the Vedas, while the later Purans have a very vivid description of different hells. Okay, I didn't know that. I heard them referring to hell and heaven, but I thought that they learned that from the connections with Abrahamic people.
Form a ceremony, after which the soul of the person will no longer be considered connected to the body. The family then says their goodbyes without touching the body, and the body will be placed on a stone slab and carried away by special corpse bearers.
They're gonna put it on a stone. They're not gonna touch the body. They're gonna put it on a stone slab so that it doesn't touch the ground. Dead things shouldn't touch the ground.
Since dead bodies are so polluting, Zoroastrians would never think to pollute any of the sacred elements with them, those being fire, water, earth, etc. So the traditional method to dispose of bodies, used for thousands of years, has been the Tower of Silence. Within these open-roofed stone towers, located on the top of barren hills, bodies will be laid to rest on stone slabs, as to not pollute the earth, and then eaten by vultures.
Vultures, yes. And apparently the stone stabs disconnects the bodies from earth. So the vultures, they feed their deads to the vultures.
Within a few hours.
Okay, but here's the thing though. These vultures are going to poop. They're going to poop the bodies, and the bodies are going to touch the ground. So how does that work? So I don't understand. This is not, guys, your plan backfired. Your plan is not going to work. All that effort goes for nothing.
By vultures, normally within a few hours. The bones are bleached in the sun and quickly disintegrate into dust. By feeding the birds, the deceased offers up one final good deed of charity before crossing over the bridge. However, in the 1930s, the Iranian government banned the use of the towers, and currently towers in India are suffering from a shortage of birds due to increased urbanization and pollution. Today,
oh my God! So there's no birds coming.
Many Zoroastrian communities use special burial grounds or have turned to electrical cremation or even using solar reflectors to harness the power of the sun to break down the bodies rather than polluting fire. 3.
Wow, modern problems require modern solutions.
Apocalypse. The battle between Ahura Mazda and Angra
Oh wait, so now we're going to number 3.
3. The Apocalypse. The battle between Ahura Mazda and Angra Mainyu will continue for thousands of years, but eventually a savior or Susanna.
No way! They have their own Mahdi? They have their own end of time savior? Messianic complex? Is that called the Messianic complex? Is that what it's called? Yes. This is every god damn it. Wait, does Hinduism have this? Does Hinduism have a messiah that they're waiting for to come and save them from everything? This is like the superhero kind of shit. Like, yeah, all our problems one day solve if when this person will show up and save everything and everything will be great and all bad things will stop. What is it? Every religion has it. And they're like, our religion is unique. Guys, they have their own messiah that they're waiting for. Their Mahdi, their messiah. Shias are waiting for it. Sunnis are waiting for it. Christians are waiting for it. The Jews are waiting for that. And now Zoroastrians are waiting for that as well. Do Hindus have that as well? Hinduisms have Kalki? Oh yeah, you guys, yes, Hindu Messiah is Kalki. Oh yeah, Kalki is the 10th avatar of Vishnu who will come towards the end of Kali Yuga. Oh wow, a lot of you are mentioning Kalki. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know if it would have been a superpower, but okay. Just because you meet something. Okay, anecdotal evidence, Doc 678, but okay. Yeah, everybody's mentioning Kalki. So many people are mentioning Kalki in Hinduism. So every religion has this Mahdi or Messiah they're waiting for. Interesting.
Will be born to a virgin mother who
born to a virgin mother. Guys, the Zoroastrians Messiah that they're waiting for is born to a virgin mother. This is so original. I've not heard this story ever before. I mean, technically it is original a little bit because it was before Abrahamic religions, but okay.
You for thousands of years.
Why are these stories so similar? Is it just that because they work so well? Yeah, I know that. Yeah, this savior from a virgin mother thing is common in many religions, actually. Okay, but here's an interesting thing, okay? Sometimes that's because they copy from each other, but sometimes they don't, and they end up being similar because that archetype, that story, that narrative just works so well that it ends up becoming popular whenever it happens. So I don't like, just because sometimes the stories are similar, that doesn't mean they copied from each other. Like, for example, think about this, like in evolution, right? The eye was independently came into being, I think 4 or 3 times. Not like, the eye, right? Not, some animals have the eye without actually being the structure of an eye being there because they evolved from other animals that had an eye. The idea of an eye is so useful that even though independently it came to be through evolution 4 separate times, right? Because of the usefulness of the structure. It just happens that it will, if you just let things go, an eye will eventually come, right? So some of these stories are just so useful. Some of them are copies. Like, for example, if I have an eye and a fish has an eye, my eye came from fishes at some point because I am the descendant of fishes, right? But then if you look at, I don't know, maybe like a, I don't know who else has eye that didn't go. Oh yeah, like a fly, right? Like a fly has eyes too, but a fly's eyes. No, wait. No, yeah, a fly's eye didn't come from fishes, right? So independently, you get eyes. So again, the story of like virgin birth was it? What did the Christians copy from this, from Zoroastrianism, or was it created independently just because it just resonates with people so well? Katie's saying, I guess because the mother is virgin, it means she is purer than most other women, and hence the Messiah is also pure in a way. I just guess, yeah. I mean, it's really disgusting that this modesty is being promoted, like this modesty culture is being promoted. The whole idea of virgin birth being holy is it's men's way of saying that a woman that hasn't had sex is purer than a woman that had sex. So this is all BS. You know, this is all disgusting, vile. Like every time you say born from a virgin, just know that that's sex shaming women and promoting modesty culture. Okay?
But eventually a savior, or Soshant, will be born to a virgin mother who will lead people against the forces of evil and bring about the end times. The earth,
Yay! Everybody lived happily ever after.
will be swallowed by fire. Molten metal will cover everything. The good people will pass through this molten river, while the bad people will burn and be purified.
Oh no, sorry, not everybody, just the good people.
The gates of hell will open, the souls of the damned will be released and redeemed, and everyone will live together in eternal bliss. Honestly, it all sounds pretty metal. Angra Mainyu, finally defeated by Ahura Mazda, and humanity's good thoughts, words, and deeds will be tossed back into the black abyss they crawled out of and defeated for.
Goftarnik, Pendarnik, Kerdarnik. Good thoughts, good words, and good actions. It's very easy to sound like a good religion when you don't define what these means. Like the ancient Greeks were talking about ethics in much more complicated and nuanced ways than any religion ever did.
Forever. This last judgment / apocalypse is called the Frasho Caridi.
Frasho Caridi? I've never heard this one before. Hold on.
This last judgment / apocalypse is called the Frasho Caridi, meaning renewal.
This is like very similar to the end of times in the Bible and in the Quran and So it's called Qiyamat in Islam. What is it called? Judgment Day in Christianity. Very similar.
In the renewal of Ahura Mazda's originally perfect creation. 4. The 3 Gs. The most important concept in Zoroastrianism after Ahura Mazda is Asha. This is an ancient Avestan word and is difficult to translate. Asha is truth, wisdom, goodness, justice, perfection, order, and progress all rolled into one word. Asha is the path of Ahura Mazda. Zoroastrians try their best to follow the path of Asha.
What does that sound like? Like chi or like dharma? Is it like dharma?
Help humanity follow Asha, Ahura Mazda.
Sirat al-Mustaqim. It's like Sirat al-Mustaqim. Oh, Farashkar. Wait, that is that? Oh, thank you, Henry James. You're so helpful.
Gave them Vohu Mana, or good mind.
Let's go back a little bit.
Follow the path of Asha. To help humanity follow Asha, Ahura Mazda gave them Vohu Mana.
Who's this guy? Vohu Mana, or good mind? Oh, this is like your angel, like your conscious, like your angel, the good angel that tells you to go to the right path. This is like, guys, this is very much like Sirat al-Mustaqim in Islam.
Or good mind.
Like you saw the good path here? This is like the good path, the Asha path that you have to follow. In Islam, they literally call it a path, like Sirat al-Mustaqim, the right path.
Of Asha. To help humanity follow Asha, Ahura Mazda gave them vohu mana, or good mind. This allowed humans to recognize right from wrong. Good mind
Yeah, this is conscious. This is the angel, the good angel that is like.
lets us see injustice and feel that it is unjust. Through good mind, Ahura Mazda gave humans free will. This means a lot to Zoroastrians because choice is extremely important to their beliefs. From
So sad that they're wrong. I'm a determinist, by the way, so there's no free will.
our good mind, we can have good thoughts, and from good thoughts follow good words, and then good deeds.
Yeah, this is literally what most Persians know about Zoroastrianism. This and nothing else. They just know Ahura Mazda, Ahriman, and these three things. Pendaranik, Goftaranik, Kerdaranik. That's it. That's basically what they know. And they have that sign everywhere saying these things. Like, oh, how bad could Zoroastrianism be? It has 3 commandments. Good thoughts, good words, good deeds. If only it was that simple, right?
Doing good thoughts, good words, and good deeds is the core of Zoroastrian belief. Good deeds, such as taking part in your community, support.
Come on, guys. You don't get credit for this saying, oh, be good. Don't be bad. Okay, thanks. But, you know, they're like, you. But, yeah, I mean, you kind of have to become a little bit more nuanced than that and explain to us what you mean by good deeds. I mean, this video is telling you what good deeds are, but that religions do a terrible job at defining good deeds and bad deeds.
Supporting others through tough times, standing up.
Oh, here, look, it's actually this guy is listing it for us. Maybe I swear. Good deeds such as taking part in your community, supporting others during good times. Okay, these are the easy examples. Come on, these are the things that everybody could come up with. You have to give us. Here's the problem: religion, when it comes to promoting good things and and trying to make you avoid bad things, they go with the simple things that everybody already knew before religion, and everybody already understood that this is harmful to society. Like, oh, don't murder people, help the people who need it, be kind to the poor. Like, yay. But then, because of this front that they have of like actually promoting good things that everybody already knew was good, and everybody already knew that murdering people was probably a bad idea, just right. They give you the obvious ones, and then all of a sudden they smuggle in, like, look, we're telling you to do good things as well, but they're gonna smuggle in something that they're gonna say, also this is good, and you're like, are you sure this is also good? You're like, yeah, we already gave you a whole bunch of other things that you agreed that were good, right? Like, didn't you think like helping people was good? Like, yeah. So this is also good, and like, okay, I guess I'm part of your religion. I'm just gonna accept that this is also good. And those things that they smuggle in, that's how they get you, guys. That's how they get you. That's all of a sudden how the religion becomes problematic. Okay, and they make you feel like you needed the religion to know, like, this guy is doing it. Guys, trust me, you don't need to be Zoroastrian, Christian, Muslim, Hindu to know that this is probably this guy helping this woman that needs to all of a sudden get up here. Everybody could recognize that this guy is doing a good thing right now. You didn't need religion to figure this out, okay? I'm pretty sure all of you already would have figured this out, right? But then they make it seem like they told you this. Something that you already knew. They make it seem like they told you that you figured it out because of their religion, and that's how they smuggle in some other crappy stuff that you don't. That's going to make your life and everyone else's lives miserable.
Community, supporting others through tough times, standing up against injustice, fighting poverty,
nursing the this is like, look at this. Oh yeah, oh thank God we have Zoroastrianism to know that this lady is doing doing a good thing here, right? We wouldn't have if I didn't have Zoroastrianism, I would have think like, wow, is this evil or good?
Fighting poverty, nursing the sick, and subscribing to educational YouTube channels all help in
This guy is so good for asking for subscribers. Guys, give me some. Okay, guys, look, I'm already subscribed to this, but subscribe to this. I have to come up with slicker ways to get you guys to subscribe to my channel. Okay, right now I'm just begging. Subscribe, please subscribe. That's all I have right now. I don't know. I don't have this guy's comedic skills
against Angra Mainyu.
Yeah, okay, Henry. Yeah, we're gonna bring expert Zoroastrians, Farsi-speaking Zoroastrians to our Persian channel. That's already in the line.
This is why, in India, Zoroastrians are known for their support of orphanages, shelters, and many different charities.
They always every religious minority does that. Okay, so the Sikhs do that. The Sikhs do that. I always say because it's KH, and I always think KH should have Sikh, but it's Sikh. Sikhs do that. I mean, Muslims do that as well. Everybody does this. Everybody does this. So don't tell me that the religion is good, because non-religious people do that. Religious people do that. Don't give credit to religion because of stuff like this. I mean, it's good, but the religion doesn't deserve the credit. The people deserve the credit.
It was Zoroaster that said, "Happiness comes to them who bring happiness to others."
And again, if you look at data, the people without religion, they are as charitable as the people with religion. So you didn't need all the baggage that religion comes with to be charitable.
5. Fire. Zoroastrians see fire as the sacred symbol of Ahura Mazda.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it comes with nonsense like this fire, technically, not worshipping, but kind of like worshipping stuff is, yeah.
Considered to be pure and represents.
So they think there's something magical about fire. Hold on.
Fire as the sacred symbol.
Oh, and this is why a lot of Muslims considered, when they were attacking Zoroastrian, they considered them to be Zoroastrians to be devil's minions, right? Because in Islam, when you think, so in Zoroastrianism, when you think fire, you think holy, divine. But in Abrahamic religions, especially in Christianity and Islam, when you think fire, you think hell, right? Fire is like a negative thing, and in Zoroastrianism, fire is like a positive thing, right? So when the Arabs first came in contact with Zoroastrians, they were like, these people must be on the side of the devil, right? Like they're worshiping fire. Like, what the hell's up with that, right? They considered them to be devil worshippers or something like that, right? All right.
Of Ahura Mazda. It is considered.
Guys, can you make the comments about what we're covering here? Because I'm not gonna highlight your comments if you talk about something else. What the hell? Jack, you distracted me with other comments. Okay.
Zoroastrians see fire as the sacred symbol of Ahura Mazda. It is considered to be pure and represents the truth. Inside Zoroastrian fire temples, their priests conduct all rituals in front of fire because it shows the presence of Ahura Mazda. But the
wait, what?
Their priests them fire. Zoroastrians see fire as the sacred symbol of Ahura Mazda. It is considered to be pure and represents the truth. Inside Zoroastrian fire temples, their priests conduct all rituals in front of fire because it shows the presence of Ahura Mazda.
Yeah, and these fires should never go out. These fires are supposed to be eternal, right? And I remember there was these fire temples in Iran that had fires burning in the temple without them ever going out for like many, many, many years. I'm tempted to say thousands of years, right? Until the Arabs invaded, and some of these temples, the fire going out, it was like a major tragedy. Like it was like, whoa, guys, we had these fires going on for so many years, and now all of a sudden the fires went out. There were some Zoroastrians that were sure that the end, like if you didn't have those those holy, really holy fire temples in Iran, they were pretty sure that if these fires go out, that would be surely the end of everything. The universe is going to collapse or something, right? And then when the Arabs invaded and those fires went out, they were like, yeah, okay, this is the end of time now, I guess. But then the end of time didn't come. Oh, Deborah saying, "Oh my God, I want to see a fire temple." What the? Yeah. Oh yeah! Wow, you guys really like the idea of a fire temple, huh? Man, I want to start to have a fire temple near my house.
But the fire is never actually worshipped itself.
Yeah, so this is the misunderstanding that Arabs and everybody who came in contact with, because they were like, they really look like they were worshiping the fire, so they called them fire worshippers. And even to this day, Zoroastrians are by Muslims and some jihadis referred to as fire worshippers, as a derogatory term. But apparently they don't actually worship the fire.
This is very important. Zoroastrians do not worship fire. Zoroastrianism also isn't a congregational religion. Most worship is done at home.
Look at this. Look at the hair covered, and they have this thing in front of their face. I'm not. I think this is for avoiding dead things touching the ground. So he's saying most worship is done at home, but was this? Yeah, but it wasn't like this at all times. They used to have temples, like people used to gather. Yeah, I'm not sure actually.
And Zoroastrians tend to only go to fire temples during the 7 holy days or festivals they have each year. The most sacred fires in Zoroastrianism need to be made up of fire from 16 different sources, one of which needs to be ignited by lightning. 6.
Whoa, that's a major inconvenience. So there needs to be 16 different sources of fire, and one of it needs to be by lightning. Jesus Christ, that's a major inconvenience. Appetite is saying everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Well, unfortunately, real history was that Persia was the Fire Nation, and the Fire Nation was attacked by the Muslims, right? So that's what happened. Actually, the Fire Nation did attack a whole bunch of people. So yeah, Fire Nation is Persia, ancient Persia, and ancient Persia. I mean, they conquered Egypt. They got India for a while. Yeah, so they did they did the Fire Nation literally did attack and conquered a whole bunch of places. That's okay.
One of which needs to be ignited by lightning.
How do they manage to do that? Lightning. Like, what if there's no lightning? And when it's lightning, how are you gonna go get that? How are you gonna go turn that into fire? What? Oh my God, people are complaining about. I knew it. Guys, did I tell you not that somebody's going to complain about this YouTube video at the beginning when I started? Here it is. See? I knew it. I knew it's going to happen. It was going to be probably somebody that has some affinity, loves Zoroastrianism and doesn't like it the way it's being represented in this video. We get that with every review video that we do. Okay, every review video. If you do Hinduism, there's going to be some Hindus that we're like, this is not accurate. I don't like it. When we do Zoroastrianism, we're going to get some people that like Zoroastrianism. They're going to complain about that. Every time we're going to get this. I'm already made my disclaimers at the beginning of this live stream. I'm not going to mention it again. Okay.
6. The Avesta.
Oh, the Avesta. I don't Avesta. Fatima is saying, can we get an earth, air, and water temple as well? I mean, the Zoroastrians consider all of these 4 to be holy, but on the fire was they like the fire one a little bit more than the rest of them. Okay, so the Avesta is kind of like their holy book, but let's see if the Avesta what kind of a role it has in Zoroastrianism. Is it like coming down like from a divine being, or was it just people coming up with their interpretations of the world or something like that?
The Avesta. The Avesta is the holy book of the Zoroastrians and one of the oldest scriptures. It is written in an ancient language known as Avestan, which was the language spoken by Zoroaster roughly 3,500 years ago. The Avesta contains hymns from Zoroaster himself known as gathas. These
so they contain gathas.
17 gathas are deeply important to Zoroastrians, and most Zoroastrian belief is based on them. Due to the violence Zoroastrians have suffered throughout history, only a fraction of the Avesta survives today.
Wow.
For example, Zoroastrians believe that when Alexander the Great...
Look at this Alexander the Great with his blonde hair. So he burned Persepolis, or Takht Jamshid. So, and this is one of the, I don't know. So there are 3 major invasions of Persia that was really devastating to the Persian empires. The first one was the invasion by Alexander the Great, and when he burned down the Persepolis. The second one was the Arab invasion. And the last one, the last major one that was very devastating, was the Mongol invasion. Right? So let's see what the belief is. When Alexander came and invaded Persia.
For example, Zoroastrians believe that when Alexander the Great conquered the Achaemenid Empire, he burned the royal palace at Persepolis and its library to the ground.
And its library. Okay, guys, this is very... the more you read, the more you understand Alexander the Great, the more this act of burning down a library in Persepolis seems out of character. Alexander was not... his philosophy was about building bridges and taking down borders and connecting cultures and building libraries and sharing knowledge. From everything, this is a very weird part of Alexander's history, like burning down Persepolis, including the library. It's like very, like, compared to everything else he did, this act, like, I don't know what happened that night. Maybe he was drunk. I mean, he was a drunk, so I don't know. Maybe that night he was like, something happened. But this is so out of character. Yeah, I know Alexander came to India too.
Destroying a complete...
No, yeah, I mean, his philosophy was conquering stuff. I'm not okay, but his goal was to connect the world and share the culture and knowledge. I'm not defending him. I'm just saying this is I'm just saying this is out of character.
and its library to the ground, destroying a complete copy of the Avesta, written in gold on 12,000 goat skins.
Wow, it was written in gold and it all got melted down in the fire. What a major loss, eh? It would have been so interesting to know what they were in. Yeah, actually, Katie, what you're saying is some people's conspiracy theory. Maybe Alexander didn't burn it and some of his officials did. I don't think we can exactly know what happened. Yeah, there's a lot of conspiracy theories around what happened at that time.
This might be why he isn't called Alexander the Great in Iran, but rather Alexander the Accursed.
Yeah, so Alexander the Great is not a very popular figure among Iranians. He's Alexander. Yeah, they don't consider him that great. So look, he's on the side of Ahriman because he destroyed the Persepolis. That was like the main guys. Persepolis like was massive. Like it was like a major,
But rather Alexander the Accursed.
Wait, can I show you what Persepolis looked like? No, we could do that another time.
More of the Avesta was lost during the Arab, Turkic, and Mongol invasions of Iran.
See, I told you, Arab invasion and the Mongol invasion. So a lot of Avesta was lost like as well. Okay, Mathieu, I don't like your homophobic attack. Yeah, Alexander was bisexual, and there's nothing wrong with that. This is an insult to yourself, Mathieu. This is not this insult to Alexander is more of an insult to yourself. This is a homophobic. There's nothing wrong with being gay. You think that's an insult? I don't like this. I don't like that kind of insult. Ikram saying, Armin, your Zoroastrian ancestors wrote on gold plates. Right. See, like, look at this. You guys are still butthurt over something that happened thousands of years ago. Matteo, you're butthurt over something that happened thousands of years ago. This is your religious side showing. This is exactly how, collective blaming, like, oh, come on, guys. Bro, I said respect. No, that doesn't excuse it. You said, yeah, I know what you said. You said, oh, respect to gay people, but we're here. Respect to all gay people. He was Alexander. No, you wanted to you wanted to insult him with being gay by covering your but also coming up with an excuse for why your insult. Yeah. In fact, I'm, never mind.
And yeah, Zoroastrians really couldn't catch a break there for a while. You can read the Avesta online for free, and a lot of it is extremely beautiful and thought-provoking. But if you're a dunce like me, you'll love this section about how hedgehogs...
Whoa, this section about how hedgehogs... Okay, wow, this is interesting.
Known as the dog with the prickly back, serve Ahura Mazda, and turtles have sided with Angra Mainyu.
What? Okay, so apparently hedgehogs, which in Avesta they're referred to as dog with a prickly back, they're on the side of the good because they're with Ahura Mazda.
And turtles have sided with Angra Mainyu.
What? Turtles are evil. Oh, thank you, Matteo. Matteo is good at reconsidering his position every time. You're really good, Matteo. I appreciate it. Sorry. Oh, you're really good, Matteo. I appreciate you changing your opinion like that. Very good. Very good. Very open-minded. British Pakistani thing. It was a funny joke, Armin. What was funny joke? I feel sorry for Zoroastrians. They suffered so much because of Islam. Yeah, but most of them that who suffered, they're dead. So yeah, but they're still suffering today. Ikram saying zero tolerance for homophobic comments. No, there's tolerance because look, people can change their opinion like this. See, so we show some tolerance because people change. Okay, guys, why are you? I don't like Zoroastrianism now because I like turtles. Like this is what the turtles ever do? What the turtles did nothing wrong. Okay. Turtles are good. Do not be this is an Zoroastrianism is an anti-turtle religion, and that's why I'm anti-Zoroastrianism, because turtles are good. Again, hashtag turtles did nothing wrong. Okay? Ahura turtle. Turtles, yeah. Turtles are better than hedgehogs. Yes. Yeah, this is our blasphemy. This is how you blaspheme against Zoroastrianism, okay? Turtles are better than hedgehogs. That is our anti-Zoroastrianism blasphemy. Yes. Thank you, Soa, for sending Matteo some flowers. Wait, out of curiosity, I mean, what was the Iranian language before Islam? It was Parsi. Yes, turtle. Marco is agreeing. Guys, turtles. Turtle power. Turtle power. Turtle. Guys, turtle power. Come on, show some. Yeah, Katie saying hashtag turtles did nothing wrong. No, come on. Don't. This is your ableist privilege speaking. Turtles are slow. Turtles are wise. They live very long lives, okay? Don't hate on turtles. Come on, guys. Iran must preserve its Zoroastrian heritage, unlike Pakistan, who have annihilated. No, Iran should not preserve its Zoroastrian heritage. Iran should preserve its turtles instead, okay? Do not preserve such a bigoted anti-turtle religion. Screw Zoroastrianism. Down with Zoroastrianism. Save the turtles. Yeah, but the dialect and script. It was Michi. I don't know how to translate that. The script was Michi. They used like nails. What is that called in English? Now we finally know who Sonic the Hedgehog is, and those goddamn Teenage Mutant. Oh yes, it's Sonic the Hedgehog versus the Ninja Turtles. Okay. All right. That is. Oh, we got a super chat. Mattia, wow! Mattia sent us a 10 Australian dollar super chat saying the greatest. And love all homosexual people. Not all of. Okay, I know you're gonna. Okay, Matteo, I know you gave me a $10 super chat, but I'm gonna correct you again. Okay, gay people have the same number of a-holes as the rest of us. Okay, they're not all good people. I don't love all of them. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, just like everybody else. They're not better, they're not worse. They're exactly. Well, other than their sexual orientation, they're exactly like everyone else, okay? So the fixing for homophobia does not mean that we should make people better than they are, okay? They have probably the same percentage of a-holes as straight people, okay? So I don't love all homosexual people, okay? A lot of them are not good. Some of them are good, just like everyone else, okay? They're the same. That's, But again, but thank you for the $10 super chat. And I know you mean well. Yes, exactly. It's Michi. Michi is, what is that? Is that the name of Michi in English? Okay, let's continue.
Or the following chapter, atoning for the murder of a water dog, which is about how you'll be punished if you kill an otter. So,
Oh, otters are water dogs, and you're not supposed to kill otters. Who was going around and killing otters? Oh, actually, I know. But yeah, why was that the deal? Otter killing apparently was a big deal that Avesta needed to make you stop. And there's the Avesta have atoning for the murder of otters. Jeez, okay.
Water dog, which is about how you'll be punished if you kill an otter. So you should be like the prickly boy and the water dog and help fight against evil.
Against turtles?
When the founder of the Achaemenid Empire, Cyrus,
a lot of Persians just jizzed right now. Okay, every time Cyrus is mentioned, a lot of Iranians just jizz in their pants.
the Great freed the Jews from Babylon, he not only showed the world.
This is like there. If you for a lot of Iranians, insulting this guy is kind of like blasphemy. Okay, so they get. But if anybody says anything bad against Cyrus, for a lot of like nationalist Iranians, they get the same feeling that Muslims get if you insult Muhammad. Okay, so this is kind of like their Muhammad.
From Babylon,
So yeah, and the Bible mentions him, the Old Testament mentions him, because he's the guy that. Okay, so the Old Testament, because it's so obsessed with the J's, the children of Abraham, the Israelites. I'm not going to say the J word because YouTube algorithm is moronic. But so when this guy Cyrus, when he invaded Babylon, this guy was the first human rights advocate for some reason. He was like multiculturalism. Everybody gets to practice their own religion. Everybody gets to live wherever they want. I'm not gonna force anybody to live the way we live. Okay, so like the Cyrus cylinder, that's like the first human rights declaration, recorded human rights declaration in history. He was like a full-on multiculturalism. It started with this guy. Okay, so when he invaded Babylon, he told everybody in Babylon, like, hey, you know, these Babylonians, mofos, they forced you to live here. You get to go back to your homeland now. So the Jews were like, we good to go back to Israel? And like, yeah, you get to go back to Israel. In fact, I'm going to help you rebuild your temples if you guys. And they went back to Israel, right? That was the first exile was done because of this guy, right? This guy is famous. This guy is a famous character in the Old Testament, okay? But it was even more famous for other, Iranians, right? So, but when the Old Testament, when they wrote about him, they said that he freed the Jews. Oh, I said it. The Jays. God damn it. He freed the Jays, but as if it was something special about them that he freed. And they said, like, yeah, it was Yahweh. Yahweh came to him and said, like, oh, free the Jays. But he freed everybody. It wasn't the Jays that he freed. He told everybody, you get to go home now. But when the Jays were reporting on this incident, he was like, yeah, he freed us. And it was because Yahweh said, right? So there's 3 different versions of this story, okay? Who told Cyrus to let everybody go home? The Jays say it was Yahweh. But if you read Cyrus's cylinder, which is in London right now, which I recorded myself reviewing that. I should release that video. God damn it. Yeah, I explained the situation. I went to London, the British Museum in London, and I explained to the camera what I was looking at. So I should release that video on Ideas Unboxed. Go check out Ideas Unboxed YouTube channel. But on that cylinder, it was written in the Babylonians language, and it mentions their god, right? And he himself was probably Zoroastrian, so he doesn't believe in neither Yahweh or the Babylonians' god. So he himself probably thought Ahura Mazda directs him. So everybody gets their own version of who told Cyrus to do what he did. Let me see what you guys say. Wow, Ikram saying, man, Armin, he looks like you. There is some resemblance. Any Hollywood role, Cyrus? Okay, no. Let me see if there's anybody butthurt over me talking crap about. You should simply refer to Jays, Christians, and Muslims as monotheists is clean. No, because sometimes I want to just refer to the Jays. I say children of Abraham. Yeah, I don't know about that. I thought, okay, he deserves some respect. He deserves respect. Yeah, I mean, he was pretty ahead of his time when it comes to human rights and multiculturalism and stuff like that. So, but he still invaded people and killed a whole bunch of people. So there's that. Oh, Blue Fox is saying you can anger Iranians by saying Cyrus isn't Persian ethnically. That's a version of blasphemy that I could use. We'll see. Is that true though?
Not only showed the world the religious tolerance that Zoroastrian rulers would become known for, but he changed world history at the same time. For freeing the Jews, Cyrus was praised as a messiah in the book of Isaiah. This meant that Jewish thinkers were obviously quite receptive to Zoroastrians and Zoroastrian ideas.
Yeah, and so the Jews, like Zoroastrians, I said the J word again. God damn it. And also the Greeks, who were the enemy of Zoroastrians, still respected Cyrus. There was what was this book that Greeks wrote about about Cyrus, and then the founding fathers of United States learn about Cyrus through that Greek book about Cyrus, and some of the ideas, some of the values that Cyrus had, if affected some of the founding fathers of United States. Yeah. Was it Jefferson that told his son to study Cyrus? Which one of the founding fathers was it? But yeah, they used the Greek books that wrote about the Persians, which were the enemies. The Persians were the enemies, but they still wrote highly of Cyrus. That's how much they liked him. Idea Cyrus making out with Alexander. Wow! Terrell is saying I should make a cartoon of Cyrus and Alexander making out. I know Alexander was bi, so that would be in line with his character. I mean, I think everybody might have been bi back at that time. I'm not sure.
Is in that book of Isaiah.
Oh, thank you, Terrell, for the super chat. That's very sweet. Thank you.
Yahweh is for the first time spoken of as a single.
Guys, do you know that term writing on the wall? Writing on the wall? That comes from Cyrus. Because the Babylonian king, this is a biblical story, right? This is in the Old Testament. When Cyrus was coming to invade Babylon and free the Jays, the king in Babylon, Yahweh wrote on the wall that something. It wrote on the wall that you're about to get your ass handed to you. I think that was on the. Oh yeah, because that was at the story is that. Is this in the Old Testament or is this like more of a Talmud thing? But what happened was that the kings of Babylon were having a party and they were insulting the Jays by taking all the stuff from the temple and drinking wine in it and having food in it. So it was meant to be like all the, I don't know, the cups and what that was meant to be used for temple usage. They were insulting the Jays by using it for their party, for drinking alcohol and, other stuff with it. And while they were doing that, and the Jays were captive in Babylon, they see the right Yahweh's hand shows up, and there's a beautiful art actually of this exactly. I have a video of me next to this art in London that I'm gonna release as well. And basically, God writes on the wall that you guys are good. Cyrus are gonna come, and you guys are effed, right? And that's where the term writing on the wall comes from, right? Let me see if I could show you that art. Hold on. Writing. I don't know what that. Oh my God. I don't know what to search for. What is the name of that? Something, but there's this weird. Oh, there we go. We found it. I found it for you guys. Don't tell me. I do, see, I do great things. I bring you guys so much interesting information. Aren't you grateful? Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? This is what happened, right? So King Belshazzar of Babylon takes sacred golden and silver vessels from the Jewish temple in Jerusalem by his predecessor. This is the guy that did actually the invasion of the Jays. Nebuchadnezzar. I never can say this guy's name. It's a biblical name. Using these holy items, the king and his court praised the gods of gold and silver, bronze and iron, wood and stone. Immediately, the disembodied fingers of a human hand appear, and right on the wall of the royal palace, the words "mean, tekel." I don't know what this means. What does those words mean? The very night. Okay, so that's the very night that they get invaded by the Persians. Hold on. Yes, it was the Persian. Cyrus the Great invades them, right? And they got the warning right here on the wall. So this is where the writing on the wall comes from. yeah, that's where the Matrix name comes from as well. Ikram saying current Iranian state of mind, forced Islam is in 7th century and blending it with Zoroastrians, you get a confused version of Shiism. I don't know if that's true. I've seen that a lot of people claim that. I don't think that is accurate. Katie saying Jesus no, guys, don't distract me. I'm just going to leave this on the screen if you guys want to see.
The book of Isaiah. This meant that Jewish thinkers were obviously quite receptive to Zoroastrians and Zoroastrian ideas. It is in that book of Isaiah that Yahweh is for the first time spoken of as a single creator god, like Ahura Mazda. The Abrahamic religions.
Oh yes, but guys, but this is also, you see this guy writing, this J guy writing. This is what he probably, you know what, I told you that the Jays. Okay, the Jays originally, the Jewish religion originally didn't have heaven and hell. But later on in their history, they start playing around with the idea of heaven and hell. And guess what? This is when they were being romantically in love with the Zoroastrians as well. So they were like, oh my God, we love Zoroastrians. Zoroastrians are so great to us. Look, they saved us. So they fell in love with Zoroastrians, and they also started talking about heaven and hell. So this is why it gives me the impression that they probably got a lot of their ideas from Zoroastrians. And also, this is also around the time that the Bible, the Old Testament starts changing, and the other gods become less and less important, and Yahweh starts becoming the one and only true God, just like Zoroastrians have only one main powerful God. So it's very possible that the other gods becoming not that big of a deal was also because of the influence of Zoroastrians on the Jays. And eventually the Jays religion is what led to Christianity and Islam, right? So this is the real footage of Abrahamic religion becoming influenced by everything you learned about God and heaven and hell in in Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. It was because of this dude having a hard on for Zoroastrians and trying to copy some of their ideas.
And Zoroastrian ideas. It is in that book of Isaiah that Yahweh is for the first time spoken of as a single creator god, like Ahura Mazda. The Abrahamic religions of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam owe a lot to Zoroastrianism, because while Zoroaster's teachings don't sound too revolutionary today, ideas like one all-powerful god, a cosmic battle between a loving god and their satanic nemesis, angels and archangels, a heavenly judgment that places a person in heaven or hell, and a final cataclysmic judgment that would purify the world and bring about the kingdom of God, where the good will live in eternal paradise, which is a Persian word, were all brand new ideas at that time. This means,
guys, that that the Persians came up with all of this crap. I apologize for Judaism, Christianity, and Islam on behalf. This was all our fault. It was us. We cursed the entire world with these crappy ideas. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It was my people. It was my ancestors. I mean, they're interesting though as stories. Lee is saying the Jays who return from Persia are called Prussian, but in English phrases who bring heaven and hell to the Old Testament. I don't know what that means. So I'm just going to leave it on the screen for people who maybe could understand.
That while small today, Zoroastrianism has influenced the most sacred beliefs of billions of people. Even George R.R. Martin borrowed some Zoroastrian thought to make his religions in A Song of Ice and Fire. And
I knew it! Guys, I didn't know this for a fact, but when I was watching Game of Thrones, every time the fire god showed up, the god of light, and the prayers and the rituals, every time I was like, is this Zoroastrianism? I never checked. I always thought like he probably got this from Zoroastrianism. So Islam got his idea from Zoroastrianism, Christianity and Judaism got its ideas from Zoroastrianism, and Game of Thrones got its idea from Zoroastrianism as well. So now you know what Game of Thrones and Islam have in common. They both come from Zoroastrianism. No, God, Matteo, that has never been proven. Zoroastrian man Salman Farsi made up Islam. Yeah, no, Salman Farsi theory is fake. It's not true. There's no proof for that. Okay, here. The Pharisees. Oh, Pharisees are Jays. Okay, sorry, I said phrases. Are Jays released from from Persia? I misread that. To go back to Israel, and they heavily influenced the 5 books of Moses with heaven and hell. Yes. Okay, now I get it. Okay. Sorry.
as you can see here.
Lord of Light is based in part on a couple of the dualist religions that actually existed in our world. One of them, the Zoroaster, I can never say that.
Zoroastrianism. Wow, so he actually got it from Zoroastrianism. And look, he's having a tongue twist with Zoroastrianism. So it's not me that even authors and well-known writers, somebody that has to deal with English so much, even his tongue is twisting over certain words. So I feel less bad now every time I'm having a tongue twist. This is actually the main highlight of today's episode. That I don't feel bad anymore every time I can't pronounce a word.
Zoroastrian.
Yeah, whatever that is, yes. And the other one.
Good thoughts, good words, and good deeds are one of the most important things in Zoroastrianism, but they can be followed by literally anyone. A simple good deed you can do today to improve the world just a little bit is using Tab for a Cause.
Hi, this is sponsorship.
Tab for a Cause is a browser extension that donates to
I'm gonna do so. You know who sponsors us? Guys? You sponsor us. You, okay? So you are our sponsors today because you are members on our YouTube channel and because you're patrons. If you're not a patron or if you're not a YouTube member, you can become a YouTube member by next to the subscribe button. There's a join button. You can become a member and support us financially, or you can become a patron. Link to our Patreon is also in the description. So thank you for So thank you for sponsoring us. And do not support us financially. If you are struggling financially, please do not support us financially. But if you are feeling like everything is good and you're not struggling in life with finances, then please consider supporting us on Patreon. Link to our Patreon is in the description. Okay. But if you are struggling financially, you could just like and subscribe. Come on, that's easy. That's cheap. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really does help the channel. It really does. Okay. It helps us grow. So please do it. Just do it. It doesn't cost you anything. Oh, thank you, Mark. Great job today. Oh, I appreciate that. Okay. Hassan is saying you should also do a discussion with Baha'i someday. Okay, I'll try. Okay, I'll try. I want to do it. Yeah, weird. Yeah, you guys do rock. See, Deborah is a member. You see that logo right next to her name? That means she's a YouTube member. So Deborah is our sponsor today. And also Matteo is our sponsor today. Soha is our sponsor today. Look, these people that have these green things, and also Lise is our sponsor today. Yeah, these are our. By the way, the sponsor, the logo for your sponsorship changes the longer you're a sponsor. Did you know that? That's why Darko's sponsored is yellow. Katie saying, I once read that the Zoroastrians prevented the Buddhists from going further to the west, and hence Buddhism didn't spread into Europe. I have no idea. I have no idea if that's true. Okay, Zoroastrianism is not monotheistic because there's two gods. Okay, the only similarity with like the Abrahamic religion is that the one good God, they only have one good God, but they have two gods, one evil God and one good God. I mean, I guess it's monotheistic because they only worship the good one. Is that monotheistic if you worship one God, even though there's two gods? Blue Fox saying some of Bible history were proven to be false. Yeah, exactly. And also Islamic history is proven to be false. A famous one is, yeah, Moses' story has been proven beyond reasonable doubt that it's fake. Also, the Jews never did. Oh, I said the Jews. The Jays were never in Egypt. The Jays were never in Egypt. They weren't in Egypt. They weren't slaves in Egypt. It was a couple of Canaanites that were slaves in Egypt, and the Jays copied their stories from them. Persian, Parsi. Oh, Farsi. Oh, yes. Persian and Farsi also comes from Parsi, because you know why they say Farsi instead of Parsi? Because the Arabs don't have the sound p. The Arabs don't have ge, che, pe, and je. They don't have those sounds. So Parsi had to become Farsi. And that's why Farsi is an Arabized version of something Parsi. So even Parsi is not purely Parsi anymore. Even with something that is supposed to be described, the ethnicity of Persians independently from other ethnicities is now Arabized into Farsi, which is interesting. Yas is saying the power is divided by two, so it's not monotheistic. Yeah, it's not monotheistic. I didn't think so. Okay, good. The Katie saying Zoroastrianism is often called the oldest living monotheistic religion, which is not. Holy Pharisees from the Old Testament. Yes, the Parsis, the Parsis. See, everything is connected. Everything is connected. All the things that you knew independently from each other, Mazda, hell and heaven, the thieves and the demons and the car, and then the writing on the wall, and then the freeing of the Jays, and all of a sudden now Pharisee, and everything is connected somehow. Weird, interesting. Yeah, look, Deborah's mind is blown. Yes, yeah. Boris saying, what the f did you just say? The Hebrews did not come out of Egypt? Nope. Aha! Look, he's calling me a dummy. No, they did not come out of Egypt. He thinks I'm the dummy. You're the dummy. It's been proven beyond reasonable doubt that they were never in Egypt. That story is fake. Fake news. Go do your research before calling other people dummies. Yeah, the Bible is fake news. Oh my God! Look at this. Look how wrong this guy is, and how certain he is. He's shouting. He's using all caps. I am Greek, and I guarantee you Hebrews came out of Egypt and took the lands of Canaan. No, wrong, fake news. That's Bible story that you believe, that you accepted as history. That is wrong. That Bible is wrong. It's been proven. Archaeologists have proven beyond reasonable doubt that this is the wrong version of history. Go do your research before shouting at people like me in all caps at people and calling them dummies. Oh, look at this. You have no proof. Just claiming things. Maybe go look this up before you make yourself more look like an idiot. Okay. Yeah, they're all connected to each other. Yes, see, Terrell is saying even Israeli archaeologists have said the exodus from Egypt is bull crap. It's bull crap. That all of that story is fake news. Oh, Susanna is here. Every time I wake up and Armin is still streaming, I'm surprised. Right. This guy is now yelling all caps. I'm not gonna. If you do a video on Buddhism in the future, I think you might like to the Kalama Sutra, which says some pretty modern rationalist ideas, such as not believing things based on faith. Yeah, I like that part. I'm pretty sure it has its own fair share of BS as well. Okay. I was going to say something. Guys, how could I what would be the most blasphemous thing that you could say against Zoroastrianism? Once the live stream is over, let me know in the comment section, okay? My God, look at this conspiracy theory. You're trying to delete the Hebrews. Oh my God, this guy is insane. Good. Okay. All right. I'm gonna head out, and love my apostate family. Yeah, Susanna. Okay, I'm gonna head out, guys. And okay, I'm gonna just say, no, I'm not just gonna leave without shouting at you and telling you that you need to subscribe. You think I forgot about this? I'm not gonna forget about this. Every one of you need to subscribe. Every single one of you needs to hit the subscribe button and the bell button, the bell notification, and then all hit the bell button, and then all. Don't just hit the bell button. Once you hit the bell button, you need to select all. Do it. It's your dharma. Do it now.